and I'm really grateful.
We are very happy with this company because they are interfacing with Amazon to enable us reach the whole world with our food. Without what you are doing today, it's difficult for us to sell our products in America, for instance. But with the assistance of this company, I can tell you that Nigeria products will be seen all over the world. So we appreciate the effort, we appreciate the training, we appreciate the transparency, and we know that Nigeria will go places with export and sell company.
My name is Onyinye Akwiwo and my brand name is Calabash Foods. The knowledge is expansive and it is, it gets you thinking because now you start to really evaluate your product. It gives you an opportunity to really see if you're in a profitable market, if what you're selling will actually sell, if this is actually for you. So it doesn't cheat you in any way, it gives you whatever you want on a silver platter. It's like, this is what you do, but can you make money from it internationally? So it was good.
My name is Sylvia Eto and I represent my brand Citylux. Personally, it has actually been a language and I've learned a whole lot I don't know before. Before I actually did a training on foundation training and the truth is you can compare export and sell on Amazon, right? To the one I've done before. Honestly, this is amazing. I've learned a whole lot.
I'm the MD CEO of WordPress Concept Limited. We have been able to see through the training a lot of opportunities that we in Nigeria as manufacturers can take opportunity of, that can take advantage of. The program exposed us to the email marketing and how we can go about it. We have been given various steps of the training where we can feature our products on Amazon for the whole world to see what we are doing, to appreciate it and to buy. We have been taught various steps of how we can calculate the profit to maximize the advantage of selling.
My name is Comfort Kayoda and the name of my company is Farm and Tables. This training has been able to help me to know where I stand, and I've been able to know that even the little I've done is not yet enough. I need to do better. I think that is it for me.
Abigail Ezala. I am the MD CEO of Hygiene Nutrition. I had a dream to have my product one day listed on Amazon, but I didn't know it was going to come so quick and so fast. So quick, fast and stress-free, so to speak, apart from the financial aspect that we have to pass. So he has been able to teach it effectively. He was able to teach it for the first time. He taught rather on Tuesday this week. Yes, Tuesday this week when I attended the NEPC program, and he did advertise this program, which we're here. And so far, so good. We're rolling on.
My name is Amuchi Gloria. I own a fashion brand called Pure Style. Actually, I came across Mr. Luka last year, and I've been following him on YouTube, Instagram, and I really learned a lot from him, and that's why I was really hyped if I could learn as much as I did from his videos online. I was hyped to actually come physically and I can say I wasn't disappointed.
I'm Olagun Jumayo. I've learned about two things. First, how to export because day one. Two, how to sell on Amazon. So, as per the export, learn the documentation that is required and many other things. And as per the selling on Amazon, I learned what I need to put into my product so that it can move well on Amazon.
I mean, it's been amazing, and all the sessions has been very, very insightful with regards to the exporting part of trade, and it has been an eye-opener to me.
I'm Aureolua Obiso. I'm the creative director of Lua World. This Amazon trading has really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I can venture into. It has really opened my eyes. A lot of things I can do, and I have gotten so many knowledge. It has given us all the tips that we need. And I have to be sincere with you, I'm going back to my drawing board and start all over again.
Okay, my name is Edugo Colorada. I'm the head of Alpha One Integrated Services Limited. So far, I'll say that it's been quite very, very enlightening, and it has enabled me to see the pros and the cons, what is involved. And really, I would say that the cost of the webinar compared to the content is incomparable. I think it's quite good, and I want to appreciate the facilitator for all he has shared with us, and it has really given me much hope. I now see exactly what I need to do and how I need to go about it, and also what the company can help us to do to make sure that we hit the international market.
My name is Nancy Adams. When I heard about Exporters Sale, it was, but I don't just know what to expect. I don't know what to expect actually. So when I came, it was just mind blowing. The teachings, the moderators, the workers, everybody, they are just wonderful. In fact, the food is wonderful. Come and taste it yourself. So Exporters Sale is a place where you need to be. Come and learn more about your product. In fact, what you know about what you are selling is not just come and learn more. Come and see what your mates are doing out there. It's so wonderful. In fact, it's much more than what you paid for. It's not this is what I paid and this is what I got. No. In fact, what you are getting is much more than what you paid for. In fact, next time, if I'm the one, I'm going to charge my future actually, because what I learned is much more than the money I paid. Guys, come and see for yourself. And what is enough for the wise?
Hi, my name is Olamide. I'm the creative director of Name Stranger. Oh my god, this event was phenomenal. It's mind blowing. It has broadened my horizon, and I mean the aim of this was to come and see how you can explore opportunities on Amazon for our product, and it has allowed us know how to go about it. It's pretty detailed, a lot of information in the last 2 days, but I'm happy because I'm going to take everything on board and see how we can work on the product and see how we can get it listed on Amazon. I know there are amazing opportunities. A lot of us wouldn't have known about this if we didn't come for this seminar, so I'm actually very grateful to the entire team of Exporters Sale for this opportunity, and I hope to have my product listed on Amazon soon. My name is Amaka John. I'm the managing director of AmiTouch Global. What I learned is it is much compared to the money that was paid. So I don't know how much I could say maybe it would have worth. You know, most times knowledge, you can't really compare it with money.
Hawa Humol, the founder of Toy Hero Blends. Yeah, I did. I learned a lot. I realized that we have a long way to go. What you think you have already is actually just a stepping stone, and from there you can go to places.
Okay, my name is Nosa Lunge. I do pepper spices. I learned a whole lot how to basically sell on Amazon. It has been extremely useful. Amazon has been a vehicle I've been looking at for quite some time actually. My friends in the States have been telling me, boy, you have to come and sell on Amazon, you have to come and sell on Amazon. And I knew there were certain things I had to get, like the FDA, etc., etc., etc. So what this seminar has done has just put everything together in a package, and basically made it easy, for businesses like myself who want to basically start selling on Amazon.
My name is Kola Oleorelua. I'm the executive director of Tari. First, I've been able to expose myself to the concepts of e-commerce and import and export. And like I said, I usually use Amazon as a buyer, and I don't see it as a search engine. But since yesterday, I've been looking at it in a search engine perspective and as a seller. I've been trying to look at the keywords people use to find their products, and I've been trying to see how I'm going to ensure that I position my business or needs strategically so that I'll be able to convert people that come to the page to a paying customers.
Bolaji Precious. My company name is Dosin Craft Collection. I've learned a lot, like it's so enlightening and yes.
Okay, my name is Kafilat Salami and I'm the founder of Lami Foods. I must say this training is one of the best training I've had in a long time. It's a very strategic one. I tag it personally, follow the money. So I came here with a different mindset and thankfully I'm living with a different mindset. So it's a very, very impactful and it's very phenomenal.
Wow. If anyone is out there, and I mean you have a product that I feel or you feel it can sell on an idea in your head that it can sell, I will probably tell you that it's that you follow this set of people, this export and sell on Instagram. That's even the first priority to do. Then to go on their YouTube channel and subscribe. And I think if you do these two things, there's a way you can actually contact them to talk to them about the product or wherever idea you have, or you go down to their offices. But with these two things, that everything is now digital and it's via social media and everything, I think this is the two way you can actually assess them if you are out there and you need this.
My name is Teslimat Slami. I'm Okaiwa going special. It's awesome. It's wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I never expected to get such things, but man, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for getting this, for being here today. I don't know how to put it again, but very, very, very educative and very, very interesting. Audoka, I must confess that God will bless you. You're a wonderful man, indeed. I love the way you teach us. I love the way you explain everything so easy, so wonderful. People that are not here, I pray they have more money to come next one we're going to do. You are so awesome. You are so wonderful. Thank you so much. If you're doing another one again, if the money is there, I'm going to come.
My name is Abimbola Akwade and I represent Oloje.ng. It is that they are an export for Nigeria, and I don't see any reason why everybody shouldn't tap into the opportunity. I'm super grateful for this opportunity. I'm super grateful for the time. It doesn't quantify the quality of information we've gotten from here today. So I'm super grateful. I would advise anyone, especially in food, which is my industry, to take advantage of the course.
My name is Ngozi Kanu Eke. I represent Zifot Nigeria Enterprises. So it's a giveaway prize, honestly. And I say kudos to Amazon.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Atilola. I'm the founder of African Naturalistas. I knew that this was the best place for me to be right now, because who doesn't want to earn in dollars, especially right now when you know how the Naira is being devalued every day. Export is the way out. And from my from all the things I've learned here, I'm very glad I came here today because it has opened my eyes. I came here with one mindset and I'm living with another mindset. So this is the best and most practical. In fact, I've never even attended any teaching when it comes to selling on Amazon and everything. And this one that I attended is the best, eye-opening, most practical, realistic thing that broke everything down for me. And now I'm living with a clearer direction, with a clearer vision, and I know what next to do.
I think what I like best about this whole thing is the support that you're going to get. so that it's not like today is the end of the whole session. You have you can ask questions later. There's a support group. So you know that, okay, if I have a problem, if I'm trying to get there, sell it to the world, I have people to help me step by step. There's that support. So that support is what does it for me. So I know that if I can't remember anything, I know that I can always go back to them until I get my product there. So they are about me getting my product out there, not just ending the seminar here. So for me, that's the big thing, and I really appreciate it.
So it's worth it because now I see my products in the US. In my mind, I see my products in the US already because having a 4-in-1 dress, I mean, everybody wants a little black dress, giving them options, putting it on Amazon, the possibilities are endless. I mean, it's wide, so I'm ready.
Okay, my name is Lysin Irobi. I am a civil servant. I have learned that I can sell on Amazon and make a lot of money. The things we sell here in Nigeria and make little money. But if I sell these things on Amazon, I'm going to make a lot of money. I actually sell in dollar. In fact, this event is wonderful. I've learned a lot.
Come and learn from who know road and avoid all the mistakes that you would have made trying to do it yourself. So if you miss this training and you're looking to make money in dollars, I would recommend that you ensure that you attend the next one, whether online or physical. It is a very great investment in your business.
I've learned a lot of things, very overwhelming, and I would advise others to come and join and learn because there is so much to tap out there. So that's why I developed interest in exports, and I don't regret coming.
My name is Emeka Okome, and the name of my company is CU Okome Nigeria Limited. Very insightful, very educative. I'm inspired, and I know how to start this program ASAP because there are so many things I learned in this program, and I know at least I have the guideline to start. So I'm obviously ready to start.
My name is Olaiton Adeniji, and the lecture was so encouraging, so facilitating, and it's knowledgeable. At least I learned a lot from today's seminars and lectures.
My name is Father Michael Okonkwo. It's been a wonderful experience for me. It has really opened my eyes to the wonderful opportunities that we have in the export business. Yes, the local business is good, but I think the export business is a lot better.
I'm an entrepreneur. I came for this seminar to know more about exports. Honestly, the training was very insightful, very educating. On or before now, I had always seen export and sale on Instagram. I never knew I was going to be here. But when I came here, all I can say, it was worth my time. It was worth the distance I came from, and I really encourage all those who intend to go into exports, even if you're not thinking about it. I think you should begin to think towards that angle, knowing what Naira is becoming, because we hope that Naira will become better. But before then, knowing what Naira is becoming compared to dollars, I think export is something we really need to look into. Thank you so much. Thank you, Export and Sales. Thank you for all you're doing. Thank you, Mr. Nduka. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
export and sell can transform people's lives.
So eye-opening. I also love the practical step-by-step guide.
Huge potential for my product.
I've personally learned some, products that move.
We cannot rely on making money in Naira alone.
It's a platform they should just link to. And it's very, very profitable. I didn't have any regrets.
Very insightful, very educative.
The knowledge is expansive, and it is, it gets you thinking, because now you start to really evaluate your product. It gives you an opportunity to really see if you're in a profitable market, if what you're selling will actually sell, if this is actually for you.
We have been able to see through the training a lot of opportunities that we in Nigeria as manufacturers can take opportunity of, can take advantage.
Without what you are doing today, it's difficult for us to sell our products in America, for instance.
I had a dream to have my product one day listed on Amazon, but I didn't know it was going to come so quick and so fast. So quick, fast, and stress-free, so to speak. Apart from
learned about two things. First, how to export, because day one. Two, how to sell on Amazon.
Hello, welcome guys. Can you hear me? Please just type yes if you can hear me, so that I'm sure that everything is working out well. Please type yes. Can you hear me, please? All right, so awesome. Everybody can hear me. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. We are going to be starting now, because again, the webinar was supposed to be by 10. But before we start, we're going to use like a few minutes. I want to get to know who, who is on the webinar, so that again, by knowing what it is you do, knowing about you, about your business, knowing where you are from, it helps me to, tweak the webinar to suit your need, So please, again, type right there on the screen, on the chat box. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know the type of business you do. Again, this is very vital, because by knowing what you do, I'll know the areas to focus during the webinar. Okay, so again, type your name, tell me your business, what are you expecting to get out of this webinar? This is going to be an exciting 1.5 hours time between us. So it will be good to know what it is that you do. So, okay, so we have stay-at-home mom in Lagos. Awesome. Who is this stay-at-home mom? Kehinde. One of the things you're going to see from this webinar is that selling on a place like Amazon actually allows you to be your own entrepreneur. So basically, you can stay at home, have those products. In fact, I'm going to show you how you're going to be able, you don't need to be the manufacturer of the products that you export, so you can have that opportunity whereby you partner with a company, you take their products, you sign an agreement with them as their distributor in the USA, and you sell those products on Amazon. And you can stay at home and do all that, okay? So just stay tuned. I have some people from Kenya. Maria from Kenya. Welcome, Maria. Somebody says he does oyster mushroom. That is a very good business, I think we have a company that is interested in doing oyster mushrooms. And one of the things we have seen when we did the analysis was that something that sells for, I think they sell it for equivalent of $5, $6, could sell for about $30 on Amazon and in the USA. So again, I'm just going to go through some people. I'm not going to be able to go through everybody. Emmanuel is in Abuja. Welcome, Emmanuel. I'm so excited to have you here. Collins is watching from Ojo Iba, Lagos, Nigeria. Awesome. Thank you again. Elizabeth from Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Where are my folks from Ghana? I'm not seeing anybody from Ghana. I'm not seeing anybody from South Africa. Where are we? Okay, Geoffrey Murira is from Kenya, processor of macadamia nuts. Awesome. Those are awesome products, you know. So again, I think we have enough people now in the webinar. I'm not going to waste much time. I am going to start almost immediately. So again, block out about 1.5 hours. The webinar typically lasts, it's about an hour thereabout, but you're going to have, you know, a lot of you asking questions, you know, so, and I'm going to make sure I take my time to answer as many questions as possible that you have. So I'm going to start right away. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. So share screen, that is it. Awesome. So that's the screen I'm sharing. And let's go into the webinar mode. So again, thank you all for being here. It's a huge pleasure to have you all. Again, the title of this webinar is Earn in Dollars by Exporting to the USA, selling on Amazon and other stores using a solution that requires very little capital. Okay, so just a minute, let me make a few changes here on my screen so that I'm able to see everybody correctly. 1 second. 1 second. So that, all right, yes, so I got it now. So now I can see myself and everyone. All right, again, so again, welcome to this webinar. The title is Earn in Dollars by Exporting to the USA, selling on Amazon and other stores using a new solution that requires very little capital. So again, the essence of why we developed this new solution is simple, because we have seen the challenges that, you know, African SMEs are facing, businesses in Africa. They're finding it tough. You know, the economy in most African places are tough, you know, so we needed to come up with a solution that can work for them. Now, what is the essence of earning in dollars? The way we are looking at it, it's so that you can grow your company fast and still have time to enjoy your wealth. You know, I think that's one area where a lot of Africans are lacking. You know, even those that are so rich, they work. No, the solutions we are looking at are solutions that are designed to simplify your earning. As you earn more, you should be able to relax more. Now, what is my goal in this webinar? Very simple. My goal is simply to show you how you can go from $0 a month to as much as $100,000 a month. You know, there's obviously steps in between, but the key thing is that you are making progress. I'm going to show you how to make progress, how to move from step A to step B, all the things you need to do to achieve this goal. Now, again, if you stay patiently, I'm not going to make the promise that at the end of the day you become the world's #1 exporter, but you're going to learn 3 things. One is what I call the big company secrets. You know, what is it that companies who are doing $100,000 or more are doing, and how, as an SME, can you achieve the same result at a fraction of the cost? This is very important. So that's the first thing you're going to learn, the secret used by big successful companies in export. Now, the second thing you're going to learn is how do I start? You know, you're going to see what product, how to determine the product to start with, that you can start with the minimum capital. You know, you're going to see how to select the most profitable product, and most especially, you will figure out how you need to start. We'll talk more about that. And then the third thing you're going to learn is what I call the practical exporter. You know, what are the actual things that you ought to do as an exporter? How do you label, pack, ship, find buyers? And again, I'm going to have a lot of offers for you at the end of the webinar. What I can tell you, well over $5,000. Now, a little bit about me. Some of you know me. A lot of you have been following me on YouTube. But again, let me tell you a little bit about me. I have been in the logistics industry for over 15 15 years now. I was formerly with American SC Cargo, where we have shipped thousands. I mean, I can say we've shipped over 2 million items between the USA and Nigeria till date. So when it comes to anything, not between the USA, between the USA, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, in fact, virtually most African countries. But again, most of our business is in Nigeria. But again, the same process is the same, irrespective of where you're shipping from, and I have a passion to help SMEs. And that's why what we are doing, what I'm focusing on doing now, is to develop step-by-step guides that will help SMEs increase their export earning using the lowest possible cost. So again, who is Export and Sell? The journey so far. So I'm sure all of you remember the COVID, 2020 from April to I think August, when we all got locked down, everybody had to shut down whatever it is we're doing. And that affected us. We have warehouses in Houston and Atlanta. And then what happened, we had to shut down the warehouses. And then out of boredom, I didn't know what to do. Warehouses were shut down for 4 months. And I said, you know what? Let me go online and start teaching businesses how to sell, how to export, how to bring their products to the USA. And that was how we started. I started teaching businesses how to export, the processes, how to do their documentation and all that. And it was amazing. Within a short time, we had over 1,000 subscribers. We actually had people who were sending items to us. Now with that, as I began to relate with a lot with, various businesses, we now discovered that, the solution that African SMEs are requiring is quite different from what you see out there, So, and that's why Export and Sell now decided to come up with a solution that will help Africans and African SMEs, one, lower the cost of getting all the licenses they need to export to the USA. Because again, when you want to start an export business to the USA, there are various licenses that you're going to need. Now, we also help to lower the cost for you to meet product specifications for the US market. One of the things you see when you're trying to go into export is that you have to do labeling and some other things, and it can be very costly. When you decide to hire a company in the US to help you rebrand your product, they're going to charge you in dollars. And that made it very expensive for most people. Now, again, by doing a lot of this, we're able to lower operating costs. Now, by lowering operating costs for you to go into export, what happens? You reduce your export startup costs. You don't need to be looking for bank finance, which I know a lot of SMEs find it. We put in solutions that will help to reduce your shipping costs. That is one of the things that so many SMEs cry over. The shipping cost to the USA is so high, to any place again. And then we help you to eliminate fines and penalties. There are a lot of SMEs who are shipping products and who are being fined. They do not know how to do a lot of the documentations. They have customs both in their local country and in the US fining them. And we help you to eliminate all that. Now, we also help you buyer acquisition. How do you reduce the cost of finding buyers? There are processes that we have gone through to make that possible. The cost of knowledge acquisition, again, knowledge is the key. If you have the right knowledge, you will be successful. And then obviously, how do we lower the cost of customer retention? I'm sure a lot of you SMEs who are already exporting, a lot of times you buy from somebody, buys from you today, tomorrow they are not buying from you. What? Could it be that your cost was so high that they have found other places? So again, some of the things we do, everything we do is centered on allowing SMEs to earn in dollars via export using the lowest possible capital. Now, if you are here, I don't like to waste anybody's time. Today is a Saturday. A lot of us could be out there having fun with family and friends. Now, this solution I'm going to talk about is for you. If you have products that you sell now, so if you're an SME, you have products you manufacture locally, this is a solution for you. Now, you have some capital for export. So again, you have money that you want to tap into export, this is for you. And you trade from anywhere in Africa. So again, the solution we're talking about is not for Ghanaians, it's not for Nigerians. It is something that works for all SMEs all over Africa. We're trying to bring Africa together and enable them to export. Now, it doesn't matter what it is that you sell. You could be doing packaged food, furniture, art and craft, leather, beauty products, pet, building material, fashion, health and supplements, whatever it is, as long as it is something that is used in the US, that is used in America, we can help you tap into the export. Now, again, who is this solution not for? Because again, not everything will not be for everybody. Now, for those who want to get rich overnight, this is not for you. What I'm showing you is a way to build a long-lasting business. You know, so if you are one of those who think, so this is a crypto scheme, or I put in $2 today, tomorrow I get out $200. No, this is a solution that shows you how to build your business gradually to the point where you are comfortable making over $100,000 on a monthly basis. Now, some people ask, oh, why am I doing this? You know, very simple. You know, I have been touched by the potentials of Africa, and that's why I decided to do this. You know, sometime in 2014, you know, my mom, you know, she had cancer, so she flew over to the USA and was getting treatment. Thank God she's cured now. But after the treatment, the nurses were like, you know, get dried soursop leaves, mix it with hot water, drink it as a tea every morning. And while in Houston there, you know, Houston, Texas, I could not find these soursop leaves, you know, so I went on Amazon, and what did I see? I could see, you know, small packs of leaves like this. They were selling for $20. When you do the conversion, I was like, what? And then I remember those days when we were small. You know, I used to hate going to my grandmother's house in the village back then. Why? Because she had so many soursop leaves in the compound. And the first thing she always did was to make us to rake and burn those leaves. And there I was in the US, soursop leaves, 20 pieces for $20. And I asked myself, how much over these years have we bought? And it's not just soursop leaves. Africa has so much potential. So one of the things you are seeing, have we ever wondered or asked ourselves, why is it that the Chinese companies are so much interested? You will see Chinese companies, they will come, they will rent acres of land in the forest. They are there tapping our natural resource. But yet, a lot of us are not doing anything. You know, Africa has the potential to do over $5 billion if we are ready to harness a lot of the potentials that exist. Now, when I started this, you know, again, starting is simple. A lot of you would think that, oh, I need to start big. No, this was how I started. Selling these bowls. I was in the traffic one time when I was in Lagos, Nigeria. So I was driving along in traffic. I saw this bowl. A young, you know, gentleman about 15, 14 years was the one hawking these things. And I loved it. And I bought the items and I said, you know what? This looks this looks nice. Let me go and sell it in the USA. I told him to come to my office. I bought like 25 of them. Excuse me. I bought like 25 of them. And then when I traveled back to Houston, I put it on Amazon. Within a few weeks, they were all sold out, 5 to 6 times the amount that I paid for it. So what did I start doing? Anytime I traveled back home, I looked for things to buy. I looked for things, loaded my luggage, got back to the USA, sold it on Amazon. And then I started asking myself, I was like, you know what? There are thousands of African companies that have these products that they could sell, but they do not know the process. They have no idea how to go about it, you know, and that's how we started. You know, I went on YouTube, started the teaching, and people started sending products to us, our US warehouse. But the challenge is that they were sending products that could not be sold in the USA. You know, you had somebody sending honey like this. Take a look at that honey. The packaging does not meet US standard. We had somebody who sent us keychains like this. In fact, the lady sent probably over 100 of these keychains. Yes, they may be attractive in Africa, but is that what US buyers are looking for? You know, we had another person who sent us this Mickey Mouse bedsheet and pillowcases. they were trademark violation because, you know, for you to sell items made by Mickey Mouse, Disney, you need to have that trademark. You know, so we saw a lot of issues with African SMEs not knowing the right way to go into export. And so what did we do? I had to calm down. We started doing business training all over. You know, we trained so many SMEs, and it is with that knowledge of what they need that I'm going to be talking to you today. So let's start. The first secret I told you I'm going to be talking about today is what I call the big company process. You know, so when you talk about the big company process, I'm going to be showing you what it is that companies who are making over $100,000 a month are doing and how you can do it at a fraction of the cost. So one of the things you will see, you know, I have studied a lot of these companies, and one of the things you will see is that they follow a process that I call multi-channel sales system. I don't know what to call it, but that is what it is. You know, when you have somebody who is going into export, you know, the big companies, now forget that you are small. I know most of you looking at watching now are small, but let's look at what the big companies are doing, because by understanding what they are doing, we can know how we can gradually fit in and grow. You know, so we saw that they have employed what I call a multi-channel sales system, whereby they have their products selling in various channels. They are selling on Amazon. They are selling on various websites. You know, they are selling to African stores. They are looking for wholesale buyers, distributors. They are selling on marketplaces, and they are even selling one by one to customers. So let's look at all these channels as a whole. Now, the first channel is what I call the start on Amazon. You know, again, Amazon is the place. If you want to start an export business, I tell anybody, you need to start on Amazon. Over 500 million registered buyers, 200 million shoppers monthly. A lot is going on Amazon, with sales of over $40 billion on a monthly basis. Now, the buyers are on Amazon. Now, these are actual sales figures. What you see here are actual sales figures. We have tools that we use that Amazon makes available that you can use to see how different companies are doing. And then, you know, it teaches you how to sell your own products. Now, take a look at some of those simple products. You know, Shotmaker, that is a simple beachwear doing close to $500,000 on a monthly basis. You see that African black soap from Ghana, you know, they are when I took this, that was what they are selling, but I think their sales have started falling now. They are about between 60 and 70,000, but they have other products. So they are still doing well. They've expanded into other products, shea butter and so many other things. You know, you see that honey, you see the wooden shelves, so much potential exists on Amazon. Take a look at those belts. You know, many places in Africa, you have the potential to tap into a lot of this. Look at those wooden furnitures. Simple, easy to make. Any carpenter in Africa can make those things, and look at the potentials that they have. So again, like I said, the first place to start is start selling on Amazon. Now, who are those that have sold on Amazon starting from scratch? African businesses. These are sample companies that have. You know, these companies are all selling. We have helped them to put their products on Amazon, and they are selling. So again, the first channel is to start on Amazon. Now, the Amazon model, what are the challenges that you may face when you decide to start selling on Amazon? So the first thing is, there are two ways. So let's now get into the training proper. There are two ways for you to sell on Amazon. One is what I call FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, and the other is FBM, fulfillment by merchant. Now, when we talk about FBA, you have to send your products to Amazon's warehouse, and then it is Amazon that will carry those products and sell to the customer. So as the customers buy, Amazon will ship it from their warehouse and deliver right to the customer. Now, the second one is what we call FBM. Now, FBM is fulfillment by merchant, in which case you keep your products, you don't send it to any warehouse. When customers buy, what do? You drop it off at FedEx, DHL, or whichever service. If you want to deliver it to them right to their doorstep, you deliver. But you have to deliver it to the customer. Now, the beauty of Amazon is that the FBA is the easiest, is the cheapest, and it is the most efficient. Because as a seller, you can be in Africa, just pack 300, 500 of your products, ship it to Amazon's warehouse, and they do the rest. You don't need to worry. All you just need to check is that you are optimizing your system to sell on Amazon, and the money is coming in every 2 weeks. Now, but again, There are challenges that you're going to face, challenges that a lot of African businesses have faced using the FBA model. So what are those challenges? Now, you must be able to send inventory to the FBA warehouse quickly. So again, you can't just say, oh, I want to sell a container load of products, and you just ship a container load to Amazon's warehouse. One, they're going to be charging you seriously for storage. Their storage is quite expensive. And then secondly, they allow you to start small. So if they know that you are only selling maybe 3 items a month when you started, they will only allow you to send maybe a small item. But as you build up your business, they begin to increase the space that they give you. So now if you are starting small and you have to send on a small basis to Amazon, how do you do that all the way from Africa? So those are some of the challenges that African businesses will face. Now, it's not feasible where you have to always ship items quickly. So for example, you have 10 items on Amazon and immediately maybe somebody buys 8 in a day and you have just 2. For you to ship the next inventory set all the way from Africa, you're going to have delays with customs. So what is it that the big companies, remember I told you, we're looking at what the big companies do to now see how we can tap into their process. Now, so what is it that the big companies do? What they have done is that the big businesses have set up warehouses in the USA. Cost thousands of dollars. They set up warehouses in the USA, and as their items are running out, they move it to Amazon, and then Amazon sells. So you have big businesses who are selling maybe 10, 20, 30 different items. They have their own warehouse. And as their inventory is running out on Amazon, they simply move from that warehouse to Amazon and they sell it. Now, what is the challenge with this model? One, it is very expensive. If you are looking to rent a space in the USA, a reasonable space is probably going to cost you about $1,000 a month. Now you are going to need to have staffs there. If you have one staff there, so just imagine your business is in Africa, you decide to rent a warehouse over there, which you can do. But you need a staff who is going to be there to monitor it. It's going to cost you about $2,500 for that staff. You're going to need to have equipment. You're going to need to pay utilities, your electricity, your telephone, and all those things. So it can be pretty expensive. And that's why only the big businesses have been able to do this. So what did we do? After studying all these big businesses, what did Export and Sell do? We now decided to open up a warehouse. In fact, our former company has. So basically, we opened up a warehouse, and now we allowed small businesses to use just the exact space that they need. So before, you had to have your own warehouse. You need to go rent your whole space. But now, 1,000 small businesses can share a warehouse, and that reduces the cost for them. So we started doing that, and we had businesses sending us items. But as they were sending us items, that is actually a picture of our Houston warehouse. Now, as they were sending us items, we discovered something, and that is what I call idle inventory. So basically, somebody sends maybe 4 or 5 pallets of products that they want to sell in the USA. And because we were selling just on Amazon, we had to always wait for items to finish on Amazon before we send. And that means that a lot of money was tied down. So we now said, look, we can't just rely on Amazon. We now said, okay, what if we send these products to African stores? There are thousands of African stores all over in the USA. We now said, what if we find buyers for this product? There are buyers everywhere, searching, retailers, wholesalers that are looking for this product. We said, what if quick dispatch? So you as a company, you are over there in the in Africa, and you have access to Facebook, you have access to Instagram, TikTok, you are doing adverts, people in the USA are seeing your products. Can we quickly dispatch it there? So we're not only Amazon. We now talked about other e-commerce platforms, marketplaces. Are there marketplaces where many Africans can come and list their products, and that natural store? And then obviously e-commerce sales. That's some of you businesses that said, you know what, I want to have my own e-commerce website. And that is what we call the multi-channel sales system. So basically, we now move from a solution whereby you just relied on Amazon to a solution whereby your products are in the warehouse and they don't just stay there waiting for Amazon. We had to move it create multiple channels for you to be selling. And that is what happens. That is what the big businesses are doing. Now, what are the things you need to run a multi-channel sales system? Now, if you are selling on Amazon, you obviously, like I told you, you need to have a warehouse because you need to ship as your items are finishing on Amazon. Now, what are the advantages of having that warehouse? It's going to save you on direct shipping, and it has huge potential if done right. Now, you decide to sell to African stores. What is it again that you need to sell to African stores? You need to have a warehouse. Because when their products are running dry on those African stores, what is it that you're going to see? They are going to ask for more. If you are not able to deliver on time, what is going to happen? They are going to go buy from the next available seller. Then finding buyers. So you are online, you are over there, you are doing Google research, you are finding buyers all over. When that buyer decides to buy from you, what is it you need? You need to have a warehouse, a local warehouse in the USA, because again, when they buy, it is very expensive. Most of the time when you find new buyers, what is it that they are going to do? They're going to say, send me a sample. Let me test it. It is very expensive. And this is one of the things that has killed so many African SMEs, having to send samples all the way from Africa. You are spending almost $100 to send a sample. At the end of the day, the company does not buy from you. But if you had a local warehouse, you could send those items for between $5 and $10 cheaply. Now, quick dispatch. So again, you are doing advert on Amazon, you are doing advert on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Instagram. Somebody sees your product and say, hey, can you deliver this to me? Because the items are locally warehoused, it's easy for you to deliver it to them at a very cost-effective price. Now you are selling on other e-commerce marketplace, so marketplaces, as Amazon is a marketplace, you have eBay, you have Etsy, African Natural Store is also a marketplace. It's easy. As people buy, you are able to dispatch. And again, e-commerce sales. So those of you that now decide and say, oh, I want to have my own warehouse, my own e-commerce sale, because you have that warehouse, you are able to ship quickly. Now, what is it that you will see that every aspect of the multi-channel sales system has? They need warehousing. You can see all of them. For you to be effective in all of this, you need to have a warehouse. So the question is, what does it cost for you to run that warehouse? If you were to go it up on your own, I already gave you those figures. You're going to pay about $1,000 a month. You're going to need to hire a warehouse staff about $2,500. You're going to need to buy equipment, utilities. Let's just say everything costs you $500 a month. So how much are you looking at for you to be able to do what the big companies are doing? Because again, a lot of you SMEs are not making it in export. What is it that you see? You have one family friend over there in the USA, and once in 3 months, they get a buyer. You are so excited. They are telling you, oh, don't worry, I'm going to find you more buyers. But in the next 6 months, they've not found you any buyer. And that is what a lot of you have been doing. That cannot sustain you in export. You need to figure out how to tap into this system. You need to be selling on Amazon. You need to be selling to African stores. You need to be advertising on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, getting items to buyers who buy. You need to be on other e-commerce platforms. But the cost of you setting up your own warehouse is very expensive. Now, it's not just about the cost of the warehousing that I have seen has been the problem with SMEs. There is also the issue of implementation. How do I implement this multi-channel sales system? Now again, the key 6 channels that we have seen, these are the key 6 channels that the big businesses are using. But when it comes to SMEs, when it comes to those who are new in export, to be successful, you must do it in sequence. Don't just jump from 1 to 6. Before anything, you've already started developing your e-commerce platform, but nobody has tested your product. Nobody has seen it on Amazon, nothing. It must be done in a sequence. There are some of you who want to start export, and the first thing you want to do is you want to say, oh, I want to sell to the biggest company in the world. In fact, I was in a training one time. After the training, a gentleman came to me and he was like, you know what? If I had listened to your training, I wouldn't have lost so much. This guy got a contract to supply about 3 container loads, 3 40-foot container loads of cashew nut. And there were some delays in the port. So because of that, the company that was buying it canceled the contract. and the items were already at the port. He doesn't sell cashew. He had to buy it from wholesalers. Took it to the port. Because of delays, they canceled it. So what did he have to do? He had to retrieve it from the port, and he had to go and sell it back to those he bought it from. You can imagine that. Because remember, if you buy something from somebody for, say, $100, that person obviously bought it for 50 and is selling it to you for 100. But now he had bought it for them from 100. He had to go and sell it back to them at a huge, in fact, the man was just weeping. And that is what happens when you try to jump the sequence. You know, I've had people who call me and they say, oh, how much products do you make? They say, I can do about 100 a month. And, where do you want to sell your product? They say Walmart. Walmart is going to buy about 1 million of your products every month, but you can only do 100. So how do you expect to meet that? You see, as you build up from stage to stage, you increase credibility. We had a seller who, because she was selling honey on Amazon, a customer saw her honey on Amazon, bought it, liked it, and then reached out to us, and then we reached out to her. And then that customer that had seen the product on Amazon became a wholesale buyer. It allows you to build up. So again, you have to go in sequence. And this is the sequence I have seen works. Start with Amazon, start selling to buyers, start from other marketplaces. So you're on eBay, you're on all those other places. Then you now move into African stores. African stores require a lot of inventory. So again, as you are moving, then you look for wholesalers, e-commerce, before you even start talking about selling in Walmart and Target and all those places. But a lot of times I see businesses who come and they say, oh, the first place they want to start is Walmart. You cannot meet the inventory levels. So again, there are processes that are involved. Again, these are some of the big companies doing it. Alafia is a company from Togo. These guys are doing well over $25 million on an annual basis. What are they selling? African black soap. The potential is huge. They started in 2003, yes, about 20 years ago. But imagine a lot of you, if you had started 10 years ago, where will you be by now? This is another company. You can see all of them employ the multi-channel sales system. They are selling on their website. They are selling to various stores. They are selling on Amazon. They are selling to multiple places. That is the way it ought to be. So again, to set up your multi-channel sales system, what is it that you're going to need? You're going to need that warehousing. You're going to need that warehousing staff. You're going to need equipment and utilities, at least $4,000 a month. But what did we do? Like I already told you, we decided to get a warehouse and then divided it into spaces so that as a small business, you come and take a little space. And because of that, we were able to lower that cost from as much as $4,000 to as little as $199 a month. A very amazing journey. Now, Secret One summary, very simple. Successful exporters, again, you must tap into a multi-channel sales system. That is what they do. Number one, such companies are able to quickly grow to over $100,000 a month because they are selling to multiple channels. You also saw a few companies, the likes of Alafia, Sharon, that are using this process, And again, you must switch. If you want to be successful in export, you must switch to having a USA warehouse. And again, we saw running a warehouse can be expensive. It could cost you up to $4,000 a month. But with the solution we have done, whereby you don't need to worry about the warehousing. All you need to do is just ship the products to us. It costs you way, way less. Now, again, like they say, the fattest dog eats the biggest bone. Stay till the end, and I will show you how, because when we launched this system, we saw that a lot of African SMEs could still not afford the $199 a month. So we had to go back to the drawing board, and we came up with a solution that was way better. But I will announce that solution as we go along. Now, the second secret is getting started with export. How do I, as an SME who is new to export, who is new to even manufacturing, get started with export? Now, when I looked at these things, after speaking to thousands of SMEs, there were two key problems I saw. One, most people do not know the right product to export that will give them the maximum profit. And then the second problem was how, when, what do I need to get started? Let's break down both of them. Now, One of the key problems I have seen with SMEs is simply they think that their biggest problem is how to find buyers. You know, when you talk to any seller, any African business, and you say, oh, why are you not exporting? The first thing they tell you, I don't know how to find buyers. Now, after speaking and dealing with over 1,000 SMEs and looking at the potential in the US alone, I'm not even talking about the whole world. Look at the potentials that these products have. Food alone in the USA is a $1 trillion a year business. And I ask myself, are you telling me that with all these sales going on there, you cannot even find $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month in business? And then when I dug deeper, when I started analyzing the processes, what some of these SMEs are doing, I discovered that their biggest problem was not finding buyers, but it was knowing the right product to export. You know, a lady came to my office one time, you know, she's an SME, she's into business. And I told her, oh, she says she wants to export. I said, okay, madam, you have sent me so many messages. I am going to help you. Come to my office. When she came to the office, she dropped there were about 10 to 15 different products on the table. And I asked her, which of these are you wanting to export? She said she wants to export all. And I asked her, which of these is the most profitable? She had no clue. You see, it's not every product that you manufacture that is profitable for export. Take a look at that screen. Which is most profitable there? Do I export shea butter or African black soap? Do I export spices or palm oil? You need to be able to figure out what is that most profitable product. And the way to find it is by running what I call a profitability analysis. Now, what is a profitability analysis? It's a comparison of various products to determine the most profitable. So again, when you want to go into export, don't just say, oh, because I manufacture African blazers, and then you think that is the only thing that you can export. A lot of times it is not. In fact, I will tell you that over 90% of the time, the products that African SMEs are presented for export were not ripe for export. Now, it doesn't mean that product doesn't sell, but when I mean it was not right, it's either the packaging is wrong, or they are trying to sell in the wrong size, or they are trying to sell in the wrong bundle. There are so many things, or they are trying to sell a product for which there is no great demand. Now, in running your profitability analysis, you must be able to look at all the products that are of interest to you, that are in your niche, and you should be able to rank them based on the demand that there is there. You should be able to rank them based on which has the lowest manufacturing cost. Because if two products are going to sell for the same price, one has a lower manufacturing cost, that means it becomes more profitable. You must be able to determine which of those products is going to be the lowest to ship to the US. You must be able to determine which of these has the lowest storage. And then you must be able to look at the channels of distribution. Which of these is going to be the cheapest to distribute? Let me give you an actual example. You know, we had a company because examples will make it clearer what I'm talking about. So we had a company who came to us. They make leather products, you know, so they have everything. They have machines, they can cut the leather, they can do so many things. And the guy, the CEO liked biking, you know, he's a fan of bikes. And because of that, you know, again, that is the mistake many businesses make. We want to export what it is that we like. Yes, it's good to love what you do, but if it's not profitable, then it's not a good business. So he wanted to do these bracelets, you know, these are bracelets that you wear on your hand for biking, you know. And I asked him, look, do you guys have the capability to manufacture other similar products? He said, yes, that they can do so many things. They have the machine, they can sew, they can cut, they can fix different things in different ways. And I said, okay, let's run a profitability analysis on this. So what we did was we looked at other products that they could export, you know, that requires the same manufacturing. They have the equipment to already manufacture it. And then we selected 6 different products and said, okay, let's run a profitability analysis on this. In fact, 7 plus the one they selected, but I only put 6 here. So when we started running the analysis, now running a profitability analysis involves some form of calculation. First, you need to take a look at all those products, look at the cost that they are selling, and then you must be able to rank each product based on various criteria. So you need to look at the monthly sales. How much of that product are people buying? Because that gives you an idea of the demand. You need to look at the weight, because when you are shipping that product to the final customer, the weight determines how much Amazon is going to take out of your shipping cost. You need to look at the volume. The volume will determine the cost to ship it from wherever you are in Africa to the USA. You need to look at, is it available all year round? And that comes into when you are dealing with food, the shelf life and all those things. And then you need to be able to look at the packaging cost. So with the packaging cost, you are able to know, oh, this has the lowest packaging cost. Let me rank it accordingly. Now, when you look at all those things, we now come up with a ranking. Now, from that ranking, we are able to give each of them a score. And from that score, we are now able to tabulate and say, this is the best, this is the next, this is the next, and again, if you look at all the things that we are using to tabulate it, we look at the net profit, we look at the weight, we look at so many things. And that's how, with that analysis, we came up with the various ranking. And then what did we see? We saw that leather wallet was going to be the best. Why? Because there is such a huge demand. That leather wallet is doing almost $1.2 million a month. That means there's a huge demand for it. And you can see their net profit. Their net profit is almost, more than $18 compared to others. Why? Because it has so many things to its advantage. But look at the final result. So when this was what they wanted to sell, it had a sale of that. At the end of the day, after all things, they decided to still go with bracelet, but they had to go with something smaller. So they went with a smaller size of bracelet. Now, if you look at what they wanted to sell and what they are now selling, you will see that the one that they wanted to sell uses so much leather. The new one that they decided to sell will use about 25% of the leather, about 25% of the leather compared to the old one. So they are saving in materials. And what again, it has more demand. The new type that we recommended has more demand. So again, if I can tell you for a fact, if they had gone into the market trying to sell this biker's bracelet, it would have been a complete failure. So again, profitability analysis is very important. You need to look at your products. And again, when we say profitability analysis, it's not just about this or that. It could be about, do I sell in 2 kg or do I sell in 500 grams? I've seen people come to me and they say they want to sell palm oil and they want to sell it in 50 kilogram drums. And I'm like, who in their, except you are selling to companies. So profitability analysis is not just about, this or that. It's also about the weight. It's also about the packaging. Do I sell, if you look at the black soap that I'm showing you, they are bundling 3. Do I sell in a bundle of 3 or do I just sell one? So I could sell 3 for $24 and I'm selling one for $12. Does it make sense? You need to be able to run those things. Now, do I sell my shea butter in a jar or do I sell it in these little packs? Profitability analysis, take a look at that wood. Do I just sell the raw wood, just as I go cut it like that, or I need to make it into that finished shelf and sell? Very, very important. Don't start an export business if you have not run a profitability analysis. Now, the second problem I saw with people starting was they blamed everybody else but themselves. I've seen people who I have spoke to this year and see them 2 years later, they've not done anything. I will start next week. I will start in 2023. It's my New Year resolution. 10 years later, some have not done. In fact, I've known people who for 5 years have been starting up till today have not done anything. There's a famous saying from Bill Gates. He says, most people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate where they can be in 10 years. So you mean is when you start, a lot of people start export, they think, oh, if I start this year, they are overestimating where they will be. They will think that, oh, if I start in January, by December, I must be doing $70,000 a month. It doesn't work that way. And I will show you sample data that we have seen. It takes a while to build, but as you are building, all those other slides that I showed you, those are people who have been selling on Amazon for about 2, 3, 4 years. It took them that period to get to the volumes that they are. And again, because a lot of you are SMEs, I'm going to work on figures that you can comprehend. It doesn't make sense for me to be showing you sales figures of, when you haven't even started. Take a look at this product. This company started, when they started October 2022, how much did they start with? The very first month, they only did $72 in sales. In less than 6 months, they have gone up to 500. I can tell you that as of now, I think they are the last figure, they are about 1,000 close. They are going higher and higher. And that is how, remember what Bill Gates said, you will underestimate where we can be, but we overestimate we underestimate where we can, we overestimate where we can be in a year, but underestimate where we can be in 10 years. If in 6 months I have gone from 0 to $500 and something a month, where will I be in 10 years? And remember the sequence that I gave you. You first of all start with Amazon. Once you have a foothold on Amazon, then you start looking for buyers, directly. Then from there you move to African stores. You move. So again, this is just Amazon. Now, after they have gotten a foothold on Amazon, we begin to position them to try other things. Now, remember again the first problem that I said. What was it? Determining the right product to sell. Take a look at this. Remember, so what is this product? This product is Gari. Gari is made from what? Cassava, right? So when this customer came to us, if he had taken time to say, okay, can you guys run a profitability analysis for me? Can you guys, yes, profitability analysis, whereby we determine the right product to sell. Can you guys run it? I have cassava and I can do anything with cassava. So even though he was making $500 a month selling Gari, take a look at this other product. These are cassava flour in bags. Take a look at the sales on a monthly basis. Take a look at the sales. So these are different companies who are selling cassava flour. This is what they are doing on a monthly basis. Amazing. So yeah, I can have the same factory and making a product that is not in that much demand as a different product that I could have been selling. And that is why you need to combine both of them. You need to be able to run a profitability analysis whereby you figure out what is the right thing to sell, and then you must be able to gauge the demand to know what it is to sell. This is a company selling palm oil. Look at it. The very first month, they did just $39. By the 6th month, they were doing already $2,000 plus. Imagine where they will be in 2 years' time. This figure, these graphs, the last time I updated it was in March. I haven't updated it of recent. So they are, so again, this is where they are. Now, take a look at what is the potential for palm oil. Again, I only run some few figures. Look at it. Look at how much other people are selling. These are companies that have been selling for a while. And again, remember what I said. The way to be successful with export is to tap into a multi-channel sales system. But I can only get figures from Amazon, and that's what I'm showing you. So if one of the channels is Amazon and somebody is making $20,000 a month selling palm oil, how much could they do if they sell in other channels? Now, the solution. Now, I want you guys to listen to this testimonial.
Hi, my name is Rukayat Yusuf. I'm the CEO and founder of Joanti Natural Organics. We're a natural and organic skincare, haircare, and wellness brand. We manufacture and distribute, and we also do private label for a lot of brands here in Nigeria. My experience with export and sell has been super amazing. I stumbled onto their ads sometime early 2021, and I decided to sign up for their training and since then, it has been amazing. And then with no matter of weeks after my product analysis, they were able to, list my product, and then we had to ship. By 31st of December 2021, my product was live on Amazon, and almost instantly I started making sales. It was magical. At first, it didn't feel real until I got my sales report in January, and then I had made so much sales. I had actually initially listed just 2 products with them. That's one skincare product and one haircare product, and then both are doing very well. But the haircare product is doing super amazing. I think we've succeeded in selling close to 1,000 of that particular product, and right now I have close to another 1,000 being shipped to US by ocean. The amazing thing with Export and Sell I want to commend is their passion to help brands in Nigeria. It's been super amazing. I was attached with an amazing business manager, Miss Cynthia, and Mr. David, and they are super passionate about their job. I enjoy talking to them. We discuss at length every month on what we can do, and they advise me things I can do on my own end to make sure the brands go and the product sells well. And each time I have concerns or there's anything I need clarification, they are always there to pick my call. I'm super excited, and we have also went ahead and listed more products with Export and Sell. I think in total I have about 4 products now. I initially started with 2, so now I have about 4 different products with Export and Sell, and I'm also looking and working towards to list more. My experience with them is worthwhile. I have no regrets. If you're a brand and you're looking to have more visibility abroad, I would advise you take the leap and then reach out to Export and Sell. They would help you launch your brand internationally. I'm grateful to them for all they have done and all they are doing. Thank you so much, Export and Sell. I have no regrets while working with you guys. Thank you so much, and do have a great day.
Amazing. These are the sales. You can see the growth of her product. Growth. It is up, up, up. Remember, if you listen to that testimonial again, she said a couple of things. She said, after my product analysis, after my product profitability analysis, that is the key. What did she say again? She said, in a matter of weeks, we started making sales almost instantly, and it was magical. I made so much sales. And then they went from 1 product to 4 products. And again, this is the problem SMEs have. They are not following the right process to go into export. Take a look at her. We helped her to list 2 products. I think these 2 products was what we helped her to list. But now she has been able to branch out on her own. She has listed this, listed this, listed this, listed this, moving up. And again, remember what Bill Gates said. Most people overestimate where they can be in 1 year, but they underestimate where they can be in 10 years. Imagine if in under 2 years, this company is already doing this amount, where would they be in 10 years' time? Remember the figures that I showed you. You have people who are starting with $72 the first month. By the 6th month, they're already at $2,000. So the key thing is for you to start.
My name is Dani Bolangi Mrs. I'm the MD/CEO of Dadabode Nigeria Limited. We sell honey, raw, pure, unpasteurized, unheated honey. Our honey is NAFDAC and FDA approved. I tried, but I couldn't because of the trust issue. Because of the trust issue, I can't supply you without knowing you. You can't give me your money without knowing me. So I just, just take it easy with myself. But I did not relent. I keep having the certificate, I keep having the papers until when Export and Sell came through. The difference is wide. I sell 750 mil here in Nigeria, 2,000 naira. But on Amazon, it's $29.99. It's a dream come true, and I'm so happy. That first day that I saw the background on my Dom account, I was like, is this for real? And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. If you are a serious exporter, Export and Sell will take over your business. They will take over your products. They will push you. They will push you until you succeed. If you want to relate, they will not allow you. But the time somebody is on your WhatsApp telling you, I will check your email. That is they are not sleeping. Thank you, Export and Sell.
Oh God, she said the first day she felt the bagam on her Dom account. Isn't it amazing? How many of us know what bagam is? If you know what bagam is, type yes on the chat. I want to be sure we all understand what bagam is. Type yes. Let me be sure that you know what bagam is. But again, one of the things that she said was simple. She said she did not relent. She continued trying to get the licenses. She continued trying to do everything. And the funny thing about her, let me show you something again in that screen. You see that place where she did this testimonial? That's her kitchen. That is where she used to start her business. Now, the question I ask a lot of you is, what is stopping you from starting your business? So let's summarize what we have learned shortly. One is, you don't need to be big to start an export business. If somebody can start an export business making products from our kitchen, what is stopping you? Second thing is, you need to start from where you are now, using what you have. The third thing is, you must know the exact product that gives you the highest profitability by doing a product profitability analysis. So let's continue. The question now is, how do I start? Now, I always look at that question from a different point of view. I look at it like what you don't need to start. And number one, you don't need to have a huge warehouse. People have started successful export business from manufacturing products in their kitchen. You don't need to be the maker of the products you want to export. You can find a company that makes a product that is not interested in export. Sign a deal with them and say, you know what, let me be the exporter, take those products and go and sell. You don't need to have a huge staff or dedicated warehouse. Take a look at some of these products. Now, this is a very simple product. What do you need to make this product? Virtually nothing. The wood is there in most places in Africa. Take a look at how much that product is doing. They are doing well over $262,000 every month. Take a look at this next product. What is this? Something as simple. Somebody goes to the bush, they cut down the tree, they cut it and they slice it into pieces, and that's what they are exporting. What do you need to run this business? Do you need a huge warehouse? No. You can hire one person, give him a chainsaw, go to the bush, cut these things, they bring it to you. All you do is pack it and you export. Take a look at that belt. Is it difficult to make this belt? I can tell you no. There are many companies that if you tell them to cut leather and process leather for you, they will. Go to Kano in Nigeria. In fact, in one of our trainings that we held in Lagos, Nigeria, one person that came there said, look, he knows where they can make these belts for about $2. This belt sells for about $20-something. You see that buckle? Go to Alibaba. In Alibaba, you'll get those buckles for 35 cents, 50 cents. So 50 cents for the buckle, $2 for the belt, $2.50. Those belts are selling for $20. Do you need to, which of these do you need to manufacture? Virtually none. So again, let's get it right. So what do you need? One, you need guidance from an expert in the field, one who is going to show you how to determine the most profitable product, how to go into the export business. And then you need to know the product you need to start manufacturing. And that's the things you're going to need. How do I get weekly direct access? And then what product do I need? So again, if you wait till the end, I cannot say everything all at once, but if you wait to the end, I'm going to show you how you can have weekly access to me. In fact, I have a group that I always coach every week. And we'll show you how to determine not just one, but up to 8 profitable products you can export. Now, what is the third secret? Remember, I told you I'm going to share 3 key things. The third one is, after you have gotten the warehousing in the USA that will enable you to expand gradually, you have determined the right product, you have made up your mind to start from where you are. The third one is the practical process. How do I pack, label, prepare my items? What documentation and licenses do I need? Those are the key things. And again, there are 3 questions when it comes to the practical aspect of export. 3 key questions. One is branding. How do I brand my product? And when you talk about branding, you are not just talking about, how your product looks. You are also looking at how you present the products to the stores. And now this is a concept that I came up about because we had so many issues with African SMEs. So we had to mandate all of them to make sure that they have what we call store packaging. Why? Because when you reach that level where you are moving from Amazon, from dispatching to buyers to African stores are going to ask you, okay, send me the boxes. In fact, we had a customer who was shipping palm oil, and when they brought their palm oil for export, they came in bottles of about 200 pieces. Bottles were everywhere. That's not the way things work in the USA. You must be able to present it in like maybe packs of 12, packs of 24. That is what they're going to buy from you. Because again, that's why I say you move from stage one to stage to the next stage. You don't just jump from A to Z. Now you need to also have what we call shipping packaging. How is your product going to be arranged for shipping? You need to take all those things into account, because when you get to the level whereby you are doing wholesale, you are selling to retailers, this is the way they are going to request for your product. Nobody is going to accept your product if you have to bring it in small pieces. Even Amazon, when we are shipping items to Amazon, they go in boxes of maybe 10 or 12, or they are arranged in a defined way. And then the last and the most important that you must consider is what I call promotional packaging. This is something that most people will never teach you, but it is the most important thing when it comes to growing your export business. What is promotional packaging? I'm sure a lot of us have seen magazines. You open up a magazine and you see a little insert that has a sample of a hair cream or a sample of perfume. That is the promotional packaging. Why is this important? So let me give you an example. Say you want to sell palm oil, and you say, oh, I want to sell to African stores. You're not just going to send to one African store and that is it. No, you will need to send to maybe 20 to 50 different African stores. Now, if you make that palm oil in 2 kg bottles, are you going to be sending 2 kg samples to all these stores? No. A promotional package is a smaller version that enables you to send samples to all these stores, because again, you are trying to grow your business. You cannot grow by sending, by the time it costs you, I don't know, maybe $15, I don't know, whatever it costs you to ship it in, and then you now have to pay another $20 to ship it to them, and then the cost of the product is $20. You are now sending a sample at the cost of $50. And that's why a lot of SMEs are not expanding, because they don't have that money to do this. But what if you had promotional packaging, smaller packs of that product that you can easily send to all these various stores? And these are some of the things we look at when it comes to branding. You must have all these things in place for you to move from Amazon to buyers, finding buyers to African stores, and that is the way you grow your export business. Now, the second question 2, is the export documentation. I said there are 3 key questions when it comes to the practical aspect. 1 is the branding. 2 is the documentation. So what documentations are needed? Your packing list, your LWB, you must understand how to do all this documentation. And the third question is the multi-channel sales. How do I find these buyers? What are the tricks that I need to employ? How do I find these African stores and send my samples to them? Those are the 3 key things. And that's why we offer the practical export training that we go into. Again, this is a webinar. We can only say much for 1 hour. But again, we have these trainings that are designed to help you with the branding, the shipping, the multi-channel. It's a 1-month intensive with me. It has answers to all your questions, access to everything. And these are different people.
Export and sell can transform people's lives.
So eye-opening. I also love the practical step-by-step guide.
Huge potential from my product.
I've personally learned products that move.
You cannot rely on making money in Naira alone.
It's a platform they should just link to. And it's very, very profitable. I didn't have any regrets.
Very insightful, very educative.
The knowledge is expansive, and it is, it gets you thinking, because now you start to really evaluate your product. It gives you an opportunity to really see if you're in a profitable market, if what you're selling will actually sell, if this is actually for you.
We have been able to see through the training a lot of opportunities that we in Nigeria as manufacturers can take opportunity of, can take advantage.
Without what you are doing today, it's difficult for us to sell our products in America, for instance.
I had a dream to have my product one day listed on Amazon, but I didn't know it was going to come so quick and so fast. So quick, fast, and stress-free, so to speak, apart from
Learned about two things. First, how to export, because day one. Two, how to sell on Amazon.
Okay. Again, it's not just about the training, but again, your training, you need to understand how to do all these things. And these are the issues that people make. You know, I remember some time ago, a lady called me from nowhere. You know, she said she had shipped about 350 kilograms of food products to the USA. She just moved to the USA newly. She saw that there was a huge potential selling African foods. She now shipped, you know, and the items were held by US FDA, Food and Drug Administration. And when she sent me the documentation, I told her, okay, send me the documentation. Let me look at what you shipped. It was so obvious she did not know the rules. Whoever it was that shipped it for her made a blunder. 350 kilograms, she had three options. One, they told her to go and prepare the documentations the correct way. But she had over 10 different items, and to prepare the documentation, she needed to get a food facility registration for all. All that whole process would have taken her close to 1 month to do. And for every day 350 kilograms was held, what does it mean? It means she was going to be paying about $2 per kg per day. That's about $700 a day in demurrage. That wasn't an option. Second option was for them to ship it back, and she will have to pay close to $4,000 for them to ship the items back. So what does it mean? That means she wasted 4,000 shipping in, 4,000 shipping out, and she achieved nothing. The last option was for them to burn the items because they won't let it in if you don't follow the process. And that's why we don't just do training. Our process is not about training you and letting you go. We help you with all aspects, from the food facility registration to designing your label to make sure it meets US standard, to helping you register your US company, to helping you file a trademark if you need, to helping you set up your Amazon, to do the photography the way you need, to write the adverts, to do so anything that has to do with helping you build your export business. Export and sell is there to help. And that's why that training is amazing. You know, one of the questions I keep getting a lot, especially from those of you in so many other countries, is, okay, now that I'm ready, how do I find a good shipping company to the USA? You know, the answer I always tell them, after you go through this training, you will know a good shipping company because you will know the right questions to ask them. By the time you ask them, oh, if I am sending this food product, how many hours before you file my pre-alert notice? If they cannot answer those questions, then you will know they're not a good company. You'll be able to know how they're supposed to package it. When you see your documentation, you will know the right things that are in the documentation. I have been in this for over 15 years, and I can tell you, you are shocked. So again, what have we discussed so far? You know, we've looked at the three key things. One is the secret that the big companies use. And again, what did we say? They have to have a local warehouse. The second one is, how do I start? You must run a profitability analysis. You must start. You need to start from where you are. Don't wait until you have a huge warehouse because you may never get there. You build up gradually. And then you need to know the practical aspects of exporting. So again, I'm sure a lot of you are already asking questions. How do I implement what these things are doing? How do I run my profitability analysis? How do I get the practical export training? If you need help, you know, just type yes in the chat box. Let me know that you are ready, you know, so that I show you what you need to do to get all these things. I want to be sure that people are ready. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Awesome, awesome. So what we have done is we have created a program that we call Export to Wealth. Okay, now this Export to Wealth program is designed to help you do three things. One, first of all, it will help you identify the most profitable product to export in your niche. So again, you can be in a certain type of food manufacturing, but again, we help you determine what is that most profitable product. Secondly, it will provide you with unlimited training on all aspects of export. It's not that you're unlimited. That is what I said, unlimited, all the training you need. And then it will provide you access to warehousing so you are able to tap into that multi-channel sales system. Now, what do you get from this training? One, you get that warehousing at $199 that I already talked about. So again, when we did our analysis, we saw that yes, we could get a warehouse and reduce the cost from that $4,000 to $199. But remember, I told you I used to be with American SC Cargo. When we went to them and said, okay, this is the solution we're looking at, and it happened that they have warehousing spaces. They have warehouse in Atlanta and Houston. Those are the actual warehouses. And they said, you know what? All our space is not being used. We are able to offer spaces to people that need it as they need it. So with that, we were able to lower the costing from $199 to just $65 a month. And at this level, we had so many SMEs who were part of the trial phase. They were like, oh my God, this is what they've been waiting for. So what is it that you're going to get? You see, you're now going to get that warehousing. You're going to have the warehousing space that you would have paid $1,000 a month. You're going to have that warehousing staff. You would have paid $2,500 a month. You're going to have the equipment and utilities there. And we're also going to offer you a warehousing software, that enables you to do everything with respect to your products. And not for $4,000 a month, but for $65 a month. Now, what is it that you get at this $65 a month package? You're going to get that storage space. So that is the space that you're going to get. That space will save you thousands compared to shipping directly for every single product. So what is it that most companies are doing now? They ship via sea, so if you take a look at that space you have, if you were to fill it with products to ship via air, it will probably, what will cost you about $1,000 will probably cost you $100 via sea. And then because your products are in the warehouse, it is easy for them to dispatch as you make sales. Now, how big is that space? Look at what it will take. It will take about 500 of those dresses, 200 of those Pringles, 200, 600 of that soap, 250 of that honey. So the question to you is, as an export starter, do you need more than this? You don't. That's what you need. And then you are going to be able to dispatch it to multiple places. I can tell you, by the time you sell the first 2 or 3 products, you've already covered the amount for the warehousing. Now, what else are you getting? You're getting the dedicated warehousing staff. Somebody is available to dispatch your orders within 24 business hours. You don't need to worry. Once you have a sale, just send a message, send this product to California, send to New Jersey. Within 2 to 5 days, they are there, compared to you shipping it all the way from Africa. Now, what else are you getting? You're also going to get what I call highly discounted local shipping. Now, that's a screen from FedEx. You can see if I were to ship a 1 kilogram bag, this is a 1 kilogram package, using your FedEx account, it's going to cost you about $14. But because we do in bulk, we've been able to arrange a discount. And instead of that $14, you're going to pay just $8.80. So when you have that buyer in Los Angeles, in New York, in New Jersey, instead of you paying $50 to $70 to ship all the way from Africa to them, it's only going to cost you about $8.80 because the products are local. And that is what the big companies do. So you're going to get up to 40% discount on shipping. Now, what else are you going to get? You're going to get that warehousing software. So you're going to be able to, from anywhere you are, log into your warehouse. You will see that you have 200 items, 300. You can from there say, move 20 to New Jersey, move 10 to this. So you are dealing with customers everywhere. All over in the US, you are doing your advert on Facebook, you are doing your advert on Instagram, you are posting your product. And as people buy, all you just do is log into the platform, tell us, ship it to this place. You don't even need to call us again. That is automation. These are the things that the big companies are doing that we are bringing to you. So if you look at the cost of everything you're getting that warehousing space, $1,000 a month value. You're getting that warehousing staff, $2,500 a month. You're getting the equipment and utilities. You're getting that software. That software costs. I know a lot of people that sell those similar softwares. They pay about $199 a month. So that's a total value of over $4,000 for just $65. Now, if you look at the discounted local shipping, I can't put a price on it, and that's why I put it as priceless. because what you would have been paying $14, you are now going to be paying $8.80. And I don't know how many items you are going to be shipping. If you are going to be shipping 10, if you are going to be shipping 50. So the determining the price is really priceless. And you are getting all this for $65 a month. Now, with this warehousing, what does it allow you to do? Again, remember, this is the secret that the big companies are using. What does it allow you to do? It allows you faster dispatch to the USA. It increases your customer retention, reduces cancel order. You save up to 90% on shipping because you would have shipped it cheaply via ocean. It improves availability of your product on Amazon. You can now sell to multiple outlets. And then with it, you are going to stop paying the huge amount you used to ship from Africa. Stop losing orders. You're going to be able to expand your delivery. Now, another question some of you are always asked when I present this is, oh, if I subscribe now, does my warehouse charge start immediately? Some of you will say, oh, how do I get a discount if I subscribe for more than 1 month? So because of this, we now decided to do, you know what, let's give you some 45 days extra for those who are willing to sign up for 6 months. Why did we say we do this extra? Because one, we discovered that a lot of you needed time to prepare your product. So we don't want a situation whereby you pay today, your warehousing starts immediately today. Yes, you pay today, it starts today, but you are going to get 45 days extra added to it. So basically, it's like you're getting 45 days free. So instead of you paying for 6 months at about $390, we're going to give you that 6 months at $294, which boils down to about $49 a month. So again, we've now lowered the price, not just for those who are willing to commit at the 6 months level. We've been able to lower the price from $65 a month to what? $49 a month. Now, what is the second thing that we notice that a lot of you have challenges with before you go into export? Profitability analysis. We said it, right? So it's not just about giving you warehousing at a very good deal when you have not done your profitability analysis. So what we decided to do now, a lot of you may not know how to do this. So what we decided to do is simple. It's complex, doing this, especially for the first time, for a serious investment. So what we've decided to do, when you come in at that $49 a month for the 6 months, you send us one product that you want to export. What is that niche that you are going to do? And what we will do, we will run the profitability analysis for you. Typically, we charge $29 for this, but we're going to run it absolutely free. And now that profitability analysis, what is it that you're going to get? We're not just going to tell you, oh, this is the profitability analysis for that one product, but we're going to add 3 other products. Remember the example I gave, the customer wanted to sell a particular product, but we ran the analysis for 6 other products and presented him in the result for him to choose. So what we're going to do, when you send us, because you are coming in at this level, when you send us that one product, we're going to run profitability analysis and give you about 3 other products. So you have about 4 products that you can start exporting. So again, if you look at everything you are getting for the 49 6 months level, you're going to get the warehousing total value, 1,000, the warehousing staff, 2,005, the equipment, the warehousing software, plus the profitability analysis. So again, you're getting 45 days extra, and that is for those who come in at the 6 months level. You're getting 45 days extra. You're going to get the free product analysis, and then we'll give you 3 extra. So again, you are getting all this not at $65 a month, but because you are coming in at the 6 months level, you get it at that reduced level. Now, the practical export training, that's the next thing. Because you cannot be complete in export if you just have the warehouse, if you have the product analysis, and you don't know the practical things, how it's done. So what I do is that I'm going to give you, also throw in that offer, whereby for a month, you'll be able to come online with me weekly. We do this. This training is amazing. In fact, the one we were doing about 2 weeks ago, there's a lady that is part of the group. She's from Congo, but she lives in New York. And she said the reason she decided to join this program was because she works in Amazon. And she said there's a company that sells ginger on Amazon. And at that company, every day they ship about 2,000 of those products. And then when she knew that this ginger was coming from Africa, she was like, this is an American company. Why are they making so much money? How do I start my own business selling this? And then she didn't know about the shipping process. She didn't know all that. That's why she joined. And all these things you're going to get. Now, we do this training. Typically, I charge, I have companies who come to us and say, you know what, come and train us on this thing for a week. And that's what we charge. But I'm going to throw in that absolutely free. A lot of people, you've already heard testimonials of those who came for this training. Amazing, because we know to you from a practical perspective. So you already have the product analysis. We're now throwing in the practical training absolutely free, nothing else that you have to pay. Amazing. Now, what else do we have for you? How many of you have heard of our Export to Wealth community? How many of you have heard about the community? Type yes if you've heard about our Export to Wealth community. Type yes if you've heard it. If you've not heard it, type no. Well, let me tell you about the community. So the community is very simple. What we have done, we have created a place for exporters, those who are wanting to export, to interact. There's a lot of knowledge sharing. You're able to go in there. A lot of my teachings are going to happen in the community. So I go live. If you are a member, you are there, you're able to see all that training. If you miss the training, you go in there, see the recording and so on. In fact, if you go there now, members.exportandsell.com, you're going to see so many free trainings, how to set up your Amazon, how to run Facebook, and there's so many things that go in there. But in that training, when you join this program, we have what we call the members only section. And in the members only section, we have a lot of courses that we are doing, a lot of resources to support you as an exporter. You're going to have weekly Zoom trainings with me every Wednesday. I'll be there to answer your questions. Your access to our complete export training that is valued at over $1,000. You're going to have it. It's about 17 hours of export training. You're going to have fast response from staff. You're going to have training from industry experts. Last week we did a Facebook training, Facebook marketing training, because we noticed that a lot of SMEs are trying to use Facebook to grow their business. So we did a training absolutely free. So you're going to have industry experts who will come and train you on e-commerce. They will train you on how to brand your product. They will train you on market access. They will train you on how to label. And then the ultimate is how to start growing your product to sell it in multiple places. So again, look at all you're getting. You're getting all this. Now we're adding the Export to Wealth community, and those are all extra bonus. So again, to get started, go to members.export.sell.com. It's very easy. You'll be able to go there. You'll be able to join. When you go there, you're going to see this screen, members.exportandsell.com. You'll be able to see the 1 month, the 12 month, or the 6 months. Again, like I said, we prefer people coming at the 6 months level. Click the join exporters, and then you'll be able to move along. So it's very, very easy. When you go there again, when you scroll down, depending on if you want to pay with your Naira card for those in Nigeria, for those outside of Nigeria, you use the join the export. You use that link to join the training. So again, when you go there, you're going to see the 3 options. You're going to see the monthly, the 6 months, or the annual. Again, most of the offers that we offer go for those who are signing up for 6 months and above. If you join for the monthly, you're just going to start immediately, because again, as soon as you join, you're going to have access to the warehouse and so many things. Okay. So for those who want to sign up with their Naira card, you can, if you scroll down a little, you're going to see the various links for you to sign up. So again, you're getting all of this access to the members only community. Now, a lot of training goes on in that community. A lot of training, So again, so let's continue. So for those who are ready, again, simply go to members.exportandsell.com to sign up. Now, I already have enough buyers. Some of you keep asking, oh, I already have enough buyers in the USA. I'm shipping my products to them. Why do I need to sign up for this? Let's do a little analysis, because again, a lot of you are wasting money that you don't know. Now, let's assume you sell this suya spice, right? This is a beautiful suya spice is what you make. That box, that space that we gave you, it will take about 576 of this because we've done the calculation. Now, if the dimensions are that, now let's assume that you sell it in packs of 10, so 2 kg. So that means if it's a pack of 10, 57 will fit that box, right? Now you are shipping via FedEx or DHL. This is what they're going to charge you when you ship via FedEx. Or you're going to be paying about $40 to ship, and that's probably the best amount you're going to see, about $40 to ship a 2 kg package. But if you have shipped these things via ocean for way less than 40, you see, when you are talking about $40 to ship via air, it's probably going to cost you about $4 to ship via sea. So that $4 now to dispatch it locally is going to cost you about 10. I showed you the costing before, about $8. Now, if you are paying 10, that means on each dispatch, you are saving over $30. 30 times 57, because there are 57 of the 10 packs in that package. That means in a month, you are going to be saving over $1,700 for just that warehousing space. Again, it's an amazing offer. So again, I'm not going to waste so much time talking about this, but you already know if you are selling that dress, either that dress or something similar, about 500 will go in that box. If you are shipping it in packs of 10, that's 50 shipments. 50 shipments times 30 that you are saving on each shipment is over 1,500 saved. And again, as you ship more, you save more. So again, sign up now, members.exportandsell.com. Let's get going. Now, when you join, how does the training go? How do you get in line to understand all these things? Remember, when you join at the 6 months level, you have 45 days extra added, absolutely free. So even though you are paying for 4.5 months, we give you 6 months, so you have about 45 days free. Now, the first week of your joining, we're going to deal with. So again, once you join and your account is confirmed, you're going to have access to start the training almost immediately. But I will always come in on a weekly basis every Wednesday. The first week, we're going to look at the wealth finding training. Now you have it online, so you are able to go in, but I will come in and answer questions, go through, make sure you understand it, make sure you are doing things the correct way. So you have the wealth finding training. Then you have the branding, whereby we teach you the right way to brand your product. We look at the right way to ship, the right way to do various things. And then you're going to have so much in there. One of the trainings we did about 2 weeks ago was how to actually list your products on Amazon. So the essence is to teach you how to run everything with your business. Now, why is this training important? For those of you in Nigeria, of which most of you are, I'm sure you've seen this message that over 70% of food exported from Nigeria are rejected abroad. And that is why, look, you cannot overemphasize the importance of training. That's why you need to be part of this. Don't make the mistake of saying, oh, I just want to risk it. Let me ship like that. No, don't fall victim. There are key things that the US government is looking at when it comes to exporting food. Cosmetics is also part of it. By December this year, they've changed completely the rules of cosmetic export. So for those of you who are in cosmetics, and if you don't know the rule, it's called MOCRA, Cosmetic Modernization Act of 2022. You need to understand that process. Some of you ask, oh, will I find buyers quickly? Now, look, remember the process we go. The first thing is to do what? Your product analysis. By doing your product analysis, what have we done? We have determined that your product, there's a demand for it. We've determined the most profitable composition, how to get the most profitable composition. Now, if there's a demand for your product, we will also advise you on the right pricing to sell. So once your pricing is right, there's demand, you will start making sales instantly. Listen to what she said.
since then, it has been amazing. And then no matter of weeks after my product analysis, they were able to, list my product, and then we had to ship. By 31st of December 2021, my product was live on Amazon, and almost instantly I started making sales. It was
you
magical.
hear that? After my product analysis, almost instantly we started making sales. So look, this is something that we have done over and over. Product analysis, once you have done it, you follow the training that we're going to give you, you are not going to have any problem doing so. So again, your product analysis is done. It shows you how profitable and products that are in demand. We're giving you 45 days extra. Again, for those of you, there are some of you who sign up for a whole year. When you sign up for 6 months, you get 45 days extra. When you sign up for 12 months, you get 90 days extra, which is a whole 3 months. So again, when you go to members.exportandsell.com, decide on what you are getting. So will I find buyers quickly? Easily. Once we've done your profitability analysis, you have 45 days to prepare your product to make sure it meets the demand. You have the complete training from me. You have no issues. You have no issues. Now, one of the things we've decided to do, because, some people were like, oh, what if I don't sell? So if you sign up for this, for the 6 months level, and within your first month, you don't hit $49, we'll refund you that money. Now, why are we able to do this? One, simple. Because when you look at the history of a lot of the people selling, remember what Bill Gates said, we overestimate where we can be in the first year. We have seen that most people will start between $70 a month. That's probably what they're going to make. But once they make that $70 a month and they begin to understand the process, their rise is very fast. So we're going to guide you. We're going to make sure, give you everything to the extent that if you don't hit that value, we give that to you. So again, what are the things you're getting? You're getting all these free bonuses. Now we've also added the storage refund if you don't get it quickly. Now, we also have another platform that we're going to be throwing in, the e-commerce platform that we have, African Natural Store. We're also going to throw that in. So once you sign up on the 6 months level, we give you the a free listing African Natural Store. So again, you're going to get all of this, because we want you to sell. We want you to sell. You're going to get the listing on African Natural Store. So again, the essence is that we want to make sure that within the first month, you are already generating revenue. Because even if it is $100 you do the first month, I can tell you by the 6th month, you're probably going to be over $2,000. By the 12th month, you're probably going to be over $5,000. That is the process that this follows. And then from the 6 months, we don't just look at Amazon. From that 6 months, that's when we start preparing you to go into other channels. We're already finding African stores for you. We would have taught you all the process that you need to follow to get to that level. Okay, so again, it's amazing, so how do we help you again? So one of the things we're also going to do when you join at the 6 months level is we're going to give you your first quarter Amazon audit. So what is first quarter Amazon audit? An Amazon audit is where, because again, a lot of you are going to be running your own Amazon store. We'll teach you everything. But what we'll do is after 3 months, we'll come in when you have sold for a while. We'll come in and look at your Amazon store and make changes, show you, advise you all the things that you need to do to improve the profitability of your Amazon store. It's an amazing offer. So again, this audit, we typically do it for $199 because it takes a while, a lot to go through your store, check your photography, check the listing, check the PPC, the advert and everything. But we're going to add that absolutely free for those of you who come in at that level. So again, we're adding the free Amazon audit for you. So again, what product? Some of you will say, hey, should I wait until I have my product ready? I get this question a lot, and that's why I decided to put a slide there. Should I wait until my product is ready? My question to you is, what product? Because again, like we have seen many times, it is not the product that you think will sell. You must, for you to have a product, you need to have run that product analysis. So what product? If you have not run the analysis, do you have a product that you are selling? So again, sign up now. We begin to do all those things for you. Again, Mahatma Gandhi said, the future depends on what you do now. Now, another thing that a lot of you always ask me is, will I still be profitable after shipping all the way to the USA? So you are in Uganda, you are in Kenya, you are in Ghana, you are in Nigeria. Will I be profitable if after I've shipped all the way to the USA? Yes, you know why? Because when we run the profitability analysis, we take into account your total cost. You take into account your shipping cost from here. So this is used to run the profitability analysis. You can see we look at the air and the sea. We compare both of them to see which one makes sense. Then we look at the dimensions of your product, because again, that is going to factor in when you are shipping to the US as well as when you are shipping to Amazon, to the final buyer. We look at your pricing, and from there we are able to determine what is your profitability if you are shipping all the way to the USA via air, and also if you are shipping via sea, and you are able to compare them and know what it is, which is the best product for you. Now, there are some products I can tell you, they don't need to go via sea because the weight is very small. If you have very light items, maybe you are selling some of those soursop leaves and co that don't even weigh up to 100 grams. A lot of times you don't need to wait the 2 months to ship via sea. Send it via air. And that is why this profitability analysis is essential. So again, you don't need to worry. When we run the profitability analysis, we run all the checks. We factor in your cost all the way from here down to here. Now, how am I sure my product will meet US packaging standard? Remember, again, a lot of you are always worried, oh, will my package meet the standard? You don't need to worry, because again, for the 1 month of export training that I have with you, you will be able to present, you have people who go, because it's a meeting, it's not a webinar. So we have people who will come online, they'll show me their product. Oh, what do I need to modify here? If I can't review it online, I'll say, oh, send me an email with the video and with the packaging, and we will take a look at it. And it's not just me that come on that training. We have experts that we bring in, industry packaging experts, different people that will come in to support you. So I can tell you, within that 45 days free, you'll have everything you need.
I tried, but I couldn't because of the trust issue.
You have some products that some of you may not even want to sell on Amazon. That's fine. But again, one of the key things the local warehousing does for you is that it gives you the ability, to sell your product to multiple channels. So because it is there, you can sell to African stores, you can sell to wholesalers, you can find buyers and dispatch them. So many things that it gives you, So it's very simple. Some of you will come to me and say, oh, I want to start from Walmart. It does not work that way. You have to gradually build up yourself. You have to gradually know step by step. You have to first of all do the branding. Then you start from the Amazon. You start by selling to e-commerce platforms. The Walmarts and the Targets, they are the last phase. I'll be frank with you, you won't even start thinking of those places until maybe 2 years after you have started, because it takes a long process. There are some documentations you need. Most times you're going to need to actually have registered a US company to be able to sell. Now you can do it with an international brand, but it is easier when you are registered with a US company, and there are steps. You need to have your Dun and Bradstreet in the USA. You need to have had it for up to 6 months. There are steps that you need to go through. But again, you can't reach that step if you've not gone through the initial step. So again, like I say, start now. The only way to grow your sales is to start now. You need to start now. So again, some of you, look, one of the challenges I see with SMEs a lot is people thinking they can do it themselves. I've done so many trainings whereby in the training, you have all these people who are smart, they seem to know everything, and then they want to do it themselves. They say, oh, is it not this? I'll do this. So is it not this? But the funny thing, when I see them 6 months, 1 year later, they have not done anything. because what has already been prepared, we already have the warehouse waiting for you. They want to figure out how to do it on their own, to send to their brothers and sisters. We've already shown you all the template, all the design, everything. No, they want to do it themselves. Forget about reinventing the wheel. Just start, So what happens if my 6 months expire? Another question that a lot of you ask. Absolutely nothing. If your 6 months expire, you can renew for another 6 months. You still have the warehousing software, it remains, everything is intact. Now, for those of you who are big, who need more space, we have that space. We have what we call, so what we are starting you on is the starter. We have the standard and the premium that gives you bigger sizes, bigger spaces, bigger trainings. Again, when you come in at the standard and the premium, that is where we begin to train you on how to sell in stores like Walmart and various retail stores. Because as a starter, you don't even have the volume to move into all those stores. So why are we teaching you all those things when you cannot do it? So there are various levels, various things that you benefit. What if I don't take it now? Very simple. Again, when you do the calculation, it comes out to $49 a month for 6 months. If you don't take it now, if the space is used up, it goes to $199. So again, you can see how much you're potentially going to lose if you don't kick off now. Now, I always like people who attend my webinars, and especially those who stay till the end. So that's why I always do what I call a webinar only bonus. So for those of you who join the webinar and you sign up within the next 48 hours, again, I'm clear on this. If you sign up within the next 48 hours, we are going to do a second Amazon audit for you, absolutely free. So what it means is that, remember, we did the first Amazon audit after 3 months to, when you've had your store selling. Now, after another 3 months, we'll come back again and redo that audit so that we take a look at all the changes that you have done and show you how to continue to optimize your product so that you continue to ramp up your sales. So we'll add that in. This is again what we do for $199, but you're going to have it absolutely free. Now, one of the things we have also noticed, and that's why I'm giving it to those who are serious, who sign up within the next 48 hours, is that we've seen that, yes, you need to focus on a niche, but we've also seen that most people have typically 3 products in mind. It's hard to see somebody who wants to export just one item. Very. So because we've already given you one product analysis, we've decided, because on the average, we've seen that most people have 3 products, we're going to give you that 2 extra product analysis free. So what it means is that we're going to analyze 3 products in all for you. And for each of the products we analyze, we're going to give you 3 other suggestions as to potential products. So again, for those who sign up within the next 48 hours after this webinar, we're going to give you, do free analysis on 2 extra products. And then we'll also, when it is 6 months time, we'll do a second audit of your Amazon account, absolutely free again. So again, it's looking like, when you look at the screen, a lot of you say, oh, this is looking complex. Oh, can I do this? It's very easy. Most of the things you see here are things that we are going to do for you. Take a look at the warehousing. We are the one that handle the warehousing. All you need to do is just ship your products there. We are the one that is going to handle the warehousing. We're going to do the dispatch, all the equipment, we're paying for it, the local shipping. So it's actually a very easy business. In fact, for most of you, if you have the ability to just sit down for maybe a week, manufacture your products or buy the product you want to sell, ship it. Once you've shipped it for that week, that's all. The rest will do it for you. Take a look at the next thing, the product analysis. We are the one doing it for you. So everything you are seeing here is not complex. All you just do is send us a list of the product that you are thinking of exporting, and we'll prepare a product analysis for you. The next one is the practical export training. I will be the one hosting that training, but again, as the business owner, you don't need to come and sit down for 2 hours. No, you can watch it at your own pace. But again, I like people to finish it within the first 1 month so that you are going to be in sync with us. Okay. Now, the export to wealth community, you are not doing anything there. You have access to it. You are free to go there, ask any question, So again, there is absolutely nothing. If we are refunding you for the storage, we are doing it. If we are listing your product on African Natural, we are the ones that are doing it. Our e-commerce marketplace, we call it the Amazon of Africa. We are the ones that are doing it. If we are doing the first quarterly audit, we are the ones that are doing it. And all the bonuses. So again, it is very, very easy. We've structured it. We know that a lot of African SMEs have so many things that they are doing. And so we've structured it in a way that we'll be able to do most of these things for you. So again, when you sign up for this, what can you now do? When you have this solution that we have pushed across to you, there are so many things you can now do. One is you're going to get faster dispatch to your US customers because your products are there locally. 2 to 3 days, your customers are getting it. You're going to get increased customer retention. All those canceled orders, how many of you have been there? You send a quote to a customer, you send them the shipping cost, and the next thing you don't hear from them. Those are canceled orders. All that is not is going to stop. You're going to save over 90% on shipping from Africa per order. Huge saving. You know how much you are spending now shipping via air compared to shipping via sea. Huge saving. You're going to improve availability of your products on Amazon. Again, one of the things that you need to understand when you start selling on Amazon is that Amazon is very sensitive to your products running out. So imagine if you set up your Amazon account and you have to ship from Africa all the time. There are going to be times when your product will not get there on time that you run out. Now, if you were already on the first page on Amazon and your product runs out, that can take you easily to the 4th, 5th, 6th page that nobody sees. So there's a lot, improving that availability of your products on Amazon is key. You're also going to be able to market to African stores because your products are there. You are using the promotional packaging to market to them. They see your product and they begin to buy from you. A lot of times, you're also going to be able to offer free shipping to most of your customers. I'm sure a lot of us know. You see that product that says this is $25 and the shipping is $5. And you see that same product that says this is $30 and it's free shipping. What research has shown that most people select that $30 that is free shipping. Can you offer free shipping all the way from Africa? No. Can you offer free shipping from your local US warehouse? Yes. So it increases your sales. You are going to know the right product to export because we would have done the profitability analysis for you. So again, even if you are new to export, you haven't exported, everything that we have set in place is designed to help you. You're going to get that 1 month of full and direct practical export training. And again, that link is there. You can always log in at any time. If even in 3 months' time you have limited member-only access to the export to wealth community. And in that community, like I've explained, we have a lot of trainings that go on. We bring in different people to train on different issues, how to increase your sales, how to do this, how to do that. You're getting that refund if you don't hit $49. We are putting you on African Natural Store. You get not 1, but 2 audits of your Amazon seller account. This is very vital because from that audit, we typically see a lot. We see a lot of issues that people are having that if they just tweak it, it will increase their sales. And then you begin to start the process of selling to a lot of these stores. So those are the things you do. Now, what will you stop doing? No, you're going to stop shipping the wrong items. A lot of you are, stop. Don't just export anything. Again, I call it madness. You're going to stop that madness of shipping individual orders from Africa. It's a waste of money. You are just making the DHLs and the FedEx extremely rich. You must be able to ship in bulk via ocean, put it in the warehouse, and then save so much dispatching it. A lot of you have your food being seized, food products. With the right training, is going to stop. And then even the training goes into AGOA. A lot of you may not know what AGOA is, African Growth and Opportunity Act. We show you how to ship a lot of products absolutely duty-free. You stop shipping with the wrong companies that can put you in trouble, because with the right training, you know the things to do. You know the right licenses, you know the right things. You are going to stop so much penalties. You're going to stop looking for buyers in the wrong place. A lot of you in export, what is it that you are doing? You are relying on your families and friends to help you. They cannot bring you massive sales. You're going to stop wasting money on Amazon fees. So many things, So again, sign up for this, and again, sorry, that link is wrong. It is members.exportandsell.com. So again, these are all the things that you are getting when you join. So many bonuses, and again, don't miss the webinar only bonus. So I think that is all for now. To get started, again, go to members.exportandsell.com. And get started. So let me see if there are other questions. I'm going to answer some of your questions. Yes, somebody said, is it after we subscribe that we get access? Yes, we can't start consulting for you when you are not subscribed. No. So it's after you subscribe, yes, you get access to our consultations. Let me see. What other questions? Members.exportandsell.com. Kindly send again. So somebody said, does membership include insurance of your? Yes, your products are insured. So once your products are with us in the warehouse, it is insured. Anything happens to it, we cover it. So you don't need to worry about that. How do I register on Amazon so I can sell my products? We have training. If you go to members.exportandsell.com, click on training recordings. There's a recording there that shows you how to register your products on Amazon. I might need to leave how much the documentation costs in there. Okay, what is the cost of training a couple who are partners? So again, a cost of training a couple, because once you log into the platform, you have access to it. So that's not an issue. Both of you can share that access. How about taxes? You don't worry about that. Please, will you open the marketplace shop for us? Yeah. Well, Mr. Emmanuel, I don't know what you mean by marketplace shop. If it is Amazon, we show you how to open. You can open, I don't know where you are chatting from, but you can open that for you. So it says, can I pay for 1 month? Yes, you can pay for 1 month, but if you pay for 1 month, you don't get any time free. Okay, I believe that's all the major questions. So again, thank you. Go to members.exportandsell.com to sign up. Thank you all.